fans, the presentation of the award ceremony. The head coach of your home team,
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with
ladies and gentlemen, and now.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NBA on Thursday night. We're bringing it to you live here on 2K Sports. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Indiana Pacers. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. So a look at the starters for the Pacers. Mills with a screen on Green. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And looking at how these two teams play, it should be a physical one tonight, Grant, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, bring your hard hat. This is going to be a physical game indeed. Both sides are used to generating extra possessions with their rebounding, so I'm curious to see which club wins that battle.
And the first one at the line is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
One of the things I love the most about the success of the Toronto Raptors is how much the game of basketball has grown over the 25 years. Let's remember, there was a very lukewarm reception when they first arrived. Well, boy, have they made Toronto a basketball hotbed. This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Green covering. Inside to the middle. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul. And remember, basketball was invented by a Canadian, Dr. Naismith. And the first ever NBA game, back in 1946, was played here in Toronto.
That's a fact, BA, that I don't think casual fans really know. It took 73 years for the first NBA Finals game to be played in Canada, but basketball has taken root, and boy, you can see and feel the impact of that throughout the NBA.
Barnes passes to Cunningham. Outside, Green. The shot. No good, a bit long that time.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Perry. Rebound by the Raptors. And this matchup with the Pacers, their first meeting of the season.
They swept the season series, which is very much in line with how these teams finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised.
Mobley grabs the board. Here's Toronto with the ball. Pass to Cunningham. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And that one's good. Green.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Stolen by Mobley. Outside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
You want a free teacher, so let's get loud.
And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. Second, the Raptors. Fifth on the list, Indiana.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Green covering to the paint. Here's Mills. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Barnes passes to Cunningham. Outside, Green. Mobley on a screen. Outside Barnes. Back to Mobley. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Stewart against Cunningham. Mills with a screen on Cunningham. Stewart into the lane. Jones with the block. Mobley passes to Cunningham. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Some teams find it easier to hit the ground running when the season starts. Others, not so much. Doris, how come it takes so long for some squads to get in the so-called mid-season form?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's about the personnel. Is somebody coming off an injury? How many new additions do you have? Is the coaching staff new? Different teams have different attitudes when it comes to the early part of the schedule. But for several, this is sort of an extended preseason working things out. What you have to appreciate so much about Evan Mobley is his strong work ethic. This guy says he wants to be an all-time great, but he also puts in the work.
And both free throws good for Mobley.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Caro's checked in for Mobley. The Pacers have gone 0 for 5 to begin this game. Covered by Smith. Will it go? And that one's good. Waters.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
There's a screen by Kuminga. Here's Mitchell. He can't get it to go. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Pass to Waiters. Here's Barry. Giddey defends. Here's Posey. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
There's a screen by Kuminga. Shoot from the baseline. No good off the back of the rim. Indiana trailing here. Pass to Waiters. Here's Barry. Giddey defends. Here's Posey to the inside. Waters. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
They grabbed their own miss. He gets it in there.
I mean, the motor this kid has is unmatched. Smith goes up with a purpose.
The Pacers have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Barry. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Posey. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. And he banks in the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Raptors have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Outside Kuminga. The three is up. That one is off. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Raptors out in front. They lead by 6. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And it's the Raptors with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. And it's Waters in at the power forward position.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Out of bounds, it'll be Pacers ball.
Pacers substitution.
Green covering. Down low. Perry, good.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Jones against Mills. Cunningham up top. Mobley outside from downtown. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
Boy, everyone seems to want a three-point shot now. Clearly something Evan Mobley is working towards.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Back to Stewart.
Just 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." PA?
All right, thanks, Allie. Now here's Jones. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Stewart. Pass to Waiters. Stewart against Cunningham. Stewart, the pass to Mills. Jones with some nice D. Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And here is Green. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a 5-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, BA. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
And he drops the first. And both free throws good for Green.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. The Pacers have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Mills with a screen on Green. Green covering. Now Stewart. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. Cunningham outside. Pass to Mobley. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And the rise of the internet has helped give players their own voice. But now with podcasts and other streams, Grant, they're also able to monetize their voice.
Yeah, players understand the value of their voice and also how to monetize that. Speaking directly to their fans, to their customers, using these different platforms. You know, I think broadcasters need, I think you and I need to have a podcast, B.A.
For sure. I know we can't afford you, though.
That might be true.
And that one's good. Mitchell. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Giddey defends. Pass to Mills. Over Jones. Mills, no good.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Mobley, a screen on Mills. Giddey, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Listen, he's going to get stronger, but you talk about guile and the willingness to battle down low. Josh Giddey is more than up to the task.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
When you look at Josh Giddey's overall skill set and combine that with the 6'8" size and the point guard mindset that he has, he is special. The playmaking, the willingness to score it in tough spots. This guy has got a bright future.
Smith, he's checked in for Toronto. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Check by Mitchell. Here's Barry. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana again missing. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 10-2 run here. Mitchell, the pass to Giddey. Mobley on a screen. Back to Giddey. Barry pulls it in. Indiana shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. To the right side. Hey, puts up a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Kuminga. Back to Mitchell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Court clean foul. At the line for your Raptors. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw is good for Mitchell. Banchero's checked in for Toronto. So hits 1 and misses 1 at the line. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. 32 seconds left to play in the half. Pass to Barry. Over Banchero. Tries to snap the cold streak. Got a piece of it. Outside Giddey. Now Mitchell. Left side Kuminga. Oh! And he goes in for the dunk.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. There's a screen. Here's Posey. And so it's Toronto, leading by 17 at the end of the period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Welcome. The first half is in the books, so let's check out the top performers for each team.
A couple of guys locking horns tonight. Neither one of them backing down as you would expect. You can tell both teams are giving these guys space to work.
And they're taking advantage of the opportunities. And now let's look back on that first half of play, one that has not been pretty for the Indiana Pacers.
The shooting percentage they allowed was through the roof. Their coach should absolutely be ripping into their defensive effort. They need to take some pride on the other end and just lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Barnes, Cade Cunningham out there with Green. Then there's Mobley, and it's Jones in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Jones sets a screen. Mobley passes to Jones. Here's Perry. Pass to Stewart. 4-3. Rebounded by Green. And here are the Raptors now. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. And here's Cunningham. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Now here's Green. Puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Off with the layup.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
They set the pick. Back to Stewart. Oh, and Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it. And the Pacers making a change here. Waters checked in. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Green covering. Stewart with it. Pass to Perry. 6 to shoot. Stewart with it. Over Cunningham. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Toronto shooting around 50% in the game so far. Mobley outside. Cunningham up top. Now Green. Lets it fly. That shot is off.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Pass to Waiters. Cunningham against Stewart. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. He tries for 3. Unable to get that one. And it's Toronto taking it the other way.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Cunningham passes to Green. The three-pointer off the mark. Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. To the inside. Pass to Waiters. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. The fader. Rebound by the Raptors. Jones has got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside, Green. Back to Jones. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
We haven't seen many buckets like that one. These teams have struggled to dial in their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. To Barry. Here's Waters, covered by Smith. Waters can't hit.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10 rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Outside Kuminga for 3. Knocks down the triple. Kuminga's got 5 points.
Well, just finding the open man and making sure it's on time and on target. This is who Josh Giddey is.
Here's Barry. Giddey defends. Here's Posey. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. Mills, he's checked in for Indiana.
Substitution for the Pacers.
A minute 22 left in the third quarter. Pass to Waiters. Now here's Mills, covered by Smith. Here's the hook. Smith with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And the Pacers with possession here. After the basket by Toronto, they set a pick to the paint. A shot to stop the run, and that one's good. Waters. He's got 6.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mitchell. It's tipped. Check by Mitchell, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Toronto has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Outside Kuminga. On the wing, Mitchell. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Toronto, ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Perry. And Doris, the league has taken a much more active role in player development in the U.S. and abroad. Why now?
Well, I think, BA, what's great is it's not just player development. It's growth in the game of basketball. It's interest worldwide. I think the league's resources have obviously grown, and it is trying to make investments back into the basketball game. A true minor league, international academies. It's a beautiful thing. If you love hoops, this is great.
That's good from Jones. And the Pacers making a change here. Stewart's checked in. Jones hits them both. Now here's Stewart. Pass to Perry. Green covering. Here's Perry. Now Stewart. Here's Mills. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Pass to Barnes. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Grant, as NBA players start to have more of a platform, we still hear those who say shut up and dribble. What are your thoughts about this?
I think it's silly and it's unfortunate. And if you don't like it, then change the channel. But players today, matter of fact, everybody today has a voice through their social media channels. And it just so happens that NBA players have large platforms that reach people all over the world.
Now, don't expect the players to be anything other than themselves. Cunningham outside. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. And it's Green off the drive. Ball stolen. Here's Perry to the middle. Here's Posey. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be Evan Mobley.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
They've also done a heck of a job at the free throw line tonight. Good aggression has led to a number of easy chances and points at the line.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Outside Jones. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Green, the pass to Cunningham. Mobley down low. Outside Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
All right, Scotty Barnes showing us you want to be in the dunk contest, young sir.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Pacers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Mills with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Stewart. Here's Mills. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's Green. Off target at the rim.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball.
Raptors ball.
Here's Barnes. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
This is a guy very willing to put his body on the line. Scotty Barnes gets that defense to commit and accepts the contact.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Barnes.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
Both free throws good from Barnes.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The shot's good.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
And here's Cunningham. Pass to Green. Into the lane. And it's hammered home by Green.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Mills with a screen on Green. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
A big group substitution here for Toronto. Smith, he's checked in for Jones. Banchero comes in for Evan Mobley. Kuminga, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And Mitchell subbed in for Cade Cunningham. He hits the second from the line.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Now here's Mitchell, guarded closely.
Indiana foul. That's his first.
The Pacers making a switch here.
Third team foul. Pacers substitution. John Barry.
Here's Banchero. The rebound by Perry. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Minute 32 left to play in the fourth quarter. Oh, trying his luck from deep. And it's Toronto with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Raptors.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for Evan Mobley.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
Now here's Green, and it's blocked. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's the pick. Shots blocked!
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages them to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Pass to Perry. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Perry. So no problem for Toronto as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.